with FES and focusing on healthcare for the poor. But as you will hear from our panelists today, the NHI presents an opportunity to build solidarity between South Africa's middle class and the poor around the delivery of an important social good. It's an opportunity to see how the two groups can come together to make an important social good work for both groups. But as you all know, there are many challenges with South Africa's healthcare system. Quite frankly, our public healthcare system in large parts of the country, for the better part, is broken and is unable to fulfill its mandate to poor South Africans. We do have world-class healthcare in South Africa. It's in the private sector, but it's incredibly expensive and really out of reach of many South Africans, and increasingly becoming out of reach for people in the middle class as well. In fact, it's so expensive that the Competition Commission has launched an inquiry that's going to look at why healthcare in South Africa is so expensive. Ultimately, we've got a healthcare system that doesn't work. The question we're going to interrogate today is the NHI a viable solution, and will it build social solidarity around the delivery of this good, this important public good? As you'll hear from our speakers today, the NHI proposals that are on the table at the moment are quite progressive. In fact, you know, in terms of providing health and viewing health as a human right, the NHI is a policy proposal that does engage with it from that perspective. In fact, access to healthcare is something that is enshrined in our Constitution. It's a right that's protected in our Constitution. Health is a human right. It is not a commodity. It is not something we should leave up to the market to decide whether people can have access to it. The problem is that if we're going to build consensus around this idea, we've got to convince a lot of people that health is a human right in this country. Because for a lot of people, good health care is a privilege, and people see it as something that they're entitled to if they can afford it. And this is the mindset that we've got to break. And that's why it's important to start building solidarity across different class groups in South Africa. But it's going to be very, very difficult to achieve. Because of the healthcare landscape and who's using what in South Africa, and because of our particular history in this country, the economic and racial architecture of this country is hugely problematic, and it reflects in the healthcare system and how people use the healthcare system. About two or three weeks ago, Stats South Africa released results via a report, and it's based on the 2011 General Household Survey. And they looked at health statistics in terms of where people are located in terms of their use of the healthcare system in South Africa. What they found is that 88% of white South Africans use private healthcare facilities. This is followed by Indians. 64% of Indian South Africans use private healthcare facilities. They prefer using these facilities. At the same time, 81% of black South Africans and over 63% of colored South Africans are using the public healthcare system in South Africa. So, you know, that particular situation reflects the problems